I don't even know. Alright, let's continue. There we go. Oh, we're at the... What the hell is this? Sorry, I had some tater chips. For some strange reason, you feel compelled to pet the hen. You get a well-deserved peck on your fingers. Okay, so... I don't remember any... I don't remember any of the voices I was doing, so they're all gonna change. I think there was a cult. Yeah. The animal is perched on the fence as if it were the guardian of the place. I don't want to emulate Sylvester Stallone's training on Rocky 2. Except I never did see Rocky 2. The symbols give away that it is a fraternity or indeed a cult. Sigma and Omicron. This is definitely the place. Alright, let's go. Let's go on. Oh. Hello? Is anyone there? You don't really know what they do here, but certainly not cleaning. Dust fills the entire room, stirred by the breeze coming in through the open window in the background. You remember? Okay, then you'll just have to refresh our memory here. I don't know what I'm doing. The clock looks older than the house. It's 15 minutes late, but you didn't come here to set clocks. There is no one in that room. Shit. Oh my god, what is this? What the fuck happened here? There is no doubt that this guy is Dan, the leader of the cult. Check his pulse. It is way too fast. His heart beats as if it was going to burst out of his chest, and his breathing is becoming more labored each moment. Wake up! Can you hear me? You get no response. Well, these people are gonna die. What about this guy? What's going on with all these cultists? Look at this, BB-10. It's a spaceship. Her breathing is weak, but she is still alive. A woman in her mid-20s is lying on the ground. From her posture, she appears to have slumped over. It might be. On top of the woodworm-riddled furniture, there are several books on ufology? Is that actually a study? Ufology? There is a small drawer and a door. Alright, let's open it up. Try to open the door, but it is locked. You try to open the drawer. Everything inside looks rusty. Except for a pair of scissors in relatively good condition. Alright, so we got some scissors. What's this? The handwritten book is a fantasy about a Dark Lord, flying saucers, and planets beyond our galaxy, all sprinkled with a hefty dose of homophobic and racist paragraphs for good measure. There is a yellowed piece of paper between its pages. You pick up the paper that was between the pages of the book. It is a list of plants you do not know, accompanied by their corresponding measurements in grams. Something tells you that's what they've taken to end up like this. Taxidermist fantasy hanging on the wall shows animals native to the area, such as the red fox or the cougar. They seem to have been here even before this house was occupied by a group of devil-worshipping hippies. You don't think that taxidermy makes any sense, not even as a type of horror aesthetic. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? Oh yeah, they drank the Kool-Aid. All the cultists have gladly accepted to drink the poison their leader has given them. There is not a drop left in the glasses. Well then how am I gonna take this to the, authorities? Poster art shows a guy delighted to be abducted by a flying saucer with 50s aesthetics. If this sort of thing were real, surely the aliens would not take the people of Sigma Omicron to their planet unless they wanted to study human stupidity. That wasn't me! That was husband. He's drinking, waters. Mm-hmm. Got you. Sorry. It's not a beer. It's sparkling water. You don't need to carry a dirty sheet around. The letters Sigma and Omicron are painted on a sheet that looks like it could have survived 3 wars. Alright, so what do we do now? Maybe I can cut it. You think about cutting out a piece of the sheet, but seeing no use for it, discard the idea. It's not a fake beer. He had plenty of those yesterday. And I had plenty of wine. I could go make myself a drink because I'm actually feeling well enough to drink again, but you'd probably cry. Alright, what was this letter? The address in the letter reads 451's Road. This must be where we are. Mug with coins. Shit, I don't know. Let's look at my walkthrough. Alright, Okay, got it. Actually, I have some Dr. Pepper in the fridge. I should go get that. It would go perfectly with my barbecue potato chips. Alright, so we gotta go back. Where was the natural, like, the homeopathic medicine place? Was that, Vine Street? Yeah, Vine Street, maybe. Yep, this is it. No, it's not Sweet Baby Ray's. I don't even think they have a deal with any potato chips to make barbecue sauce, or make barbecue potato chips out of their sauce. So what you can do, you can have french fries and dip them in Sweet Baby Ray's. That's kind of like barbecue potato chips. May I see Dr. Ramirez? Sorry, but he's with the patient right now. Is it an emergency? Well, not really. If you want, take a seat and wait for the doctor to come out. Kinda in a hurry. As you please. Alright. Alright, so, thank you very much for your attention. Alright, so I have to show her this recipe, I think. I think you can help me with this recipe of sorts I have found. Let's see. Where did you get this? That's a long story. But I think someone threw a party with that stuff. Do you mean they ingested it? Yes, I think so. Oh, God. Wait here. Yes, Rosa. Rosa tries to keep her voice down, but you manage to hear the whole conversation. That one over there. Okay, don't worry, I'll take care of this. How are you? I'm Dr. Ramirez. Ellen Goldberg, my pleasure. Well, what you have here are the ingredients for what is known as the Big Sleep. Like Bogart's film? Damn right. It's a powerful hallucinogen that was quite popular during the last decade. It was made from uncommon plants found along the US-Mexico border. People stopped using it because one of its side effects was that it slowed the heart rate and caused a state of somnolence. It could last for 2 to 3 days. Hence the name, I suppose. Exactly. Tell me, how old is the person who ingested it? There are 5 of them. Huh. Most of them are kids. I'm guessing they're in their 20s. All except one, a man. He must be, I don't know, 60-something? We must take that person to the hospital immediately. It was proven that in the elderly, the big sleep slowed down the heart rate even more, after which it would then suddenly shoot up at irregular intervals. That can lead to a heart attack. The person you were talking about is in real danger. Can you take him to a hospital? I think that... Forget it. It would be too risky. While the drug is working, his heart will be too sensitive to resist a dose of adrenaline, which is what he will be given at the hospital. Unless... Yes, we have time. At least I hope so. However, we can't just sit back and do nothing. You see, there is a partly natural solution that could serve our purpose. I can make it in a matter of minutes, but I'm missing certain elements here. Well, I could get them. You must get them. A person's life depends on them. First ingredient would be a leaf from a tree of the bamboo family. Bambusidae fargetta. I guess I said that wrong, right? I don't know. It is a small tree. It doesn't grow more than 3 feet. Lately, it has become fashionable as a decorative element. Most people are not aware that at this time of the year it gives off toxic spores. It is not an indoor tree. 1 leaf, good. What else? We must restore his heart to its normal rhythm. The adrenaline, as I said, would be too strong. So I can't think of anything else but some instant stimulant. Cocaine. Where will I find cocaine? Are you serious? We're in Hollywood. Is it clear to you what you need to do? Wait, is it clear to you what you need to bring me so I can help your friend? A bamboo leaf? Yes. And cocaine. How much are we talking about? Not much. Less than a half a gram will be enough. Let me notify Rosa. Are you serious about this? I don't like the idea either, but we are here to save lives. All right. As soon as you get those 2 ingredients, give them to Rosa and I will get to work. Oh, thank you very much, Doc. If you have any questions, please talk to her. And now, if I may, I have a patient to attend to. Hurry up, the clock is ticking. Hey, Goblin. Yeah, it has been a little while. I've been, just got over a nasty case of COVID, so that's why, I haven't really been streaming on Sundays recently. But I'm doing better now. Oh, and is Twitch being a piece of crap again? Like, seriously? Alright. I'm feeling much better, thank you. Here. Let's see. It grows 3 feet, which is almost as tall as me. Yeah, sorry, I gotta crunch a little bit. I didn't have lunch. We had a big breakfast. I was up in, Wisconsin with my sister this weekend. Yeah. I'm only 5 feet tall, you know. And I'm probably going to start shrinking in about 10 years. Alright. Let me finish crunching. And then we'll continue with this. Alright. What? What are you talking about, appendages? Alright. Oh, I already know the ingredients. Barbecue potato chips. Alright, so where am I gonna get cocaine from? I mean, I am in Hollywood. Where is this trees? He said they're used for ornaments these days. Ah, fuck. Let's see. Maybe, Peter Evans's mansion. Nope. Let's get out of here. A drug dealer. What's this sound? Who is this? You look like you make a good living. Wanna have a good time? Oh my, seriously? I can say sure? Oh my god. I don't know. I kind of want to say yes. Just to see what happens. Before you can open your mouth, an image of Vicky staring daggers at you with her arms crossed materializes in your mind. No, I'm sorry. Well, it looks like it's going to be one of those nights. Oh, man. Alright. So, here's this guy. Get the hell out of here. I told you to get lost. Idiot. Alright, well, I don't think I'm getting anything here. Unless I go in the... You don't need anything. Oh, great. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, this is gonna take me a while. Alan's apartment. Oh. Yeah, but he doesn't sell drugs. Remember, I talked to him, and he's like, I'm just a guy, man. And we felt really bad because we stereotyped him. I mean, I'll go back, but... Hey, friend. You again? What do you want, man? I guess I can ask. I need some cocaine. What do you take me for, man? Do I look like a drug dealer? Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Get out of here, pal. I don't sell that shit. Hey. You with the beard. Yeah, you. Come over here. Oh, she's the one who's gonna get it for me. Leroy won't sell you shit because that guy is around. Who? The one leaning on the pole. He's an undercover cop. I think no one can tell, but we can usually spot them a mile away. Just look at the way he's dressed. He thinks he's Don Johnson. What is this guy up to? To earn brownie points, I guess. They're the kind of these are the kind of fresh of God, I can't talk. These are the kind of cops fresh out of the academy that want to move up the ranks at all costs. I know a few of them. I guess catching Leroy's suppliers would get him some recognition. Is that copper planning to stand there all day? All day long. The bastard has the patience of a saint. Leroy doesn't look intimidated, though. Look at them. This looks like a staring duel right out of a spaghetti western. I have to go now. Don't you want to have a good time? No thanks. Suit yourself. Alright. So now we gotta get this guy out of here. I don't know. Get the hell out of here. I told you. Oh, yeah, the picture. That's a good idea. I would like to show you. Look, get out of here, will you? I will. As soon as you see this. I don't know what you're showing to me, pervert. They're not mine. They're from a guy on Vine Street who's in the business of taking pictures of naked minors. I was hoping you could teach that degenerate a lesson. What makes you think I'm a cop? Well, either you're watching that dealer or you're in love with them. The author of these photos is a well-known photographer. You could score some points with your superiors by arresting him instead of standing around here all day staking out a pretty drug dealer. Or a petty drug dealer. He could be pretty, too. Can you assure me that these photos are not yours? I think there's something else you're not telling me. What's your name? Christopher Ruskin. All right, Mr. Ruskin, where can I find this bastard? Vine Street. His name is Barry Mitchell. He has a photo studio with a black facade right next to the number 17 bus stop. Can't miss it. Give me those pictures. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Ruskin. Psst. Hey, dude, come over here. I don't know how you did it, but you just got rid of a royal pain in my ass. You've earned Leroy's respect. You get a 50% discount on all my shit. So make the most of it. What do you need? Cocaine. Cocaine, huh? Should have guessed. You Hollywood types always want the same thing. How much you want? Just a bit. Less than half a gram. Less than half a gram? What are you gonna do with it? Put it in your coffee? Whatever, man. It ain't none of my damn business. Shit. Mr. Goldberg? Alan Goldberg? That depends. Who are you? You can call me Tom. My boss is aware of your search. He would like you to share everything you have discovered about Edward Cullen. If it's all right with you, of course. Wait a minute. How did you know? Would you mind joining me so that we can discuss the matter? All this is starting to give you a bad feeling. Who's your boss? Allow me to omit his name for the time being. He would compensate you financially when you share the information. I would accept. I don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about, Mr. Goldberg, and so do you. Look, pal, I don't know what this is all about, but leave me alone, will you? I would like to inform you that he is not used to having his invitations turned down. Do yourself a favor and reconsider the offer. What do you say? No. Is that your answer? The kindest one. All right, as you wish. Have a nice evening. We're not gonna learn. This is gonna be bad. I'm back. Here you go. 15 with the discount. 5, 10. I hope you put in a good word for me with your Hollywood buddies. I'm here all day. Tell them to ask for Leroy. Alright. I know. Let's see. I have to go now. Don't you want to have a good time? No thanks. Suit yourself. Alright, let's get out of here. Now I need the plant. Where would I find the plant? No. Supposedly decorative. Do you want me to drag you out of here? Actually, I wouldn't like it. Well, that's what you're looking for. Alright. Plant. I didn't say plant. I said plant. Look, I can't enunciate, damn it. I try. At least... Well, yeah, let's try Alan's apartment. No, he don't have... Oh, maybe this plant here. No. No, at least I'm not hacking like crazy like I've been. So happy, believe me. That was driving me insane. Alright. Ruskin Productions, maybe? Or I can just look at the strategy guide. Alan, you're always welcome here. I didn't look at anything, okay? I didn't look at anything. I'm surprised You've surprised Ruskin talking to the plant once or twice. He argued that he was stimulating its growth. Wait. Whatever. It was a good moment to start a scientific debate, but you were not in the mood for wasting your time with someone who subscribes to quantum therapies and believes in reincarnation. You try to rip one of the plant's leaves off, but they're firmly attached to the stem. Ooh, that's what a scissors come in for. What are you doing? Taking a souvenir? You are disturbing the feng shui of the office. For a leaf? Really? Do what you want, but if things go wrong, I'll know who to blame. I ain't talking to this crazy guy. Alright. Let's see. We need to go to Vine Street. Let's see. How many more pages do we have? Too many more pages. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pages. Alright. Hey, sussy man. Alright, let's see. Here you go. Rosa takes the bag of cocaine with a shudder and gives you a disapproving glance. All that's missing is the other ingredient, the bamboo leaf. Here you are. Good. Thank you. I don't remember who Barry is. Did Mr. Goldberg bring the ingredients? Yep, here they are. Excellent. I will start working on it. Hey, young man. Come over here. I noticed you gave Rosa a bag with some powder. Is it good for bone pain? Give me a little bag of that. How do you take it? Do you dissolve it in water, like an infusion? Mr. Goldberg. Phil, excuse me, I need to speak with the doctor. The mixture is ready. Do you know how to give an injection? No, but I don't think it will be too hard. First, purge the syringe to make sure there is no air in it. Then press it on the arm so that the vein becomes visible. And then I stick the needle in it? Damn right. I recommend that you take your friend to the hospital for a full checkup after this. Here you go. There's no time. Go to your friend. Thanks, Doc. How much do I owe you? Go talk to... it doesn't matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to work. Alright. Hello again, young man. Take care. That's what I'm here for, young man. Okay. Why is she wanting cocaine? For her bone pain? Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, Barry Mitchell. That's the name right on the thing. Oh my god. No, she doesn't, but... What? I can't even keep people in Mass Effect straight. How am I supposed to keep people in this game straight? Where was I going? Oh. Okay, but then that just means I'll have a brain. That's not in my brain. I don't know. That's not in my head. What? You know what? Don't start. Alright, so the other kids who are laying around, they'll be fine. They'll just wake up in 3 days. But I gotta get this guy taken care of. Let's see. Are we there yet? Are we in another galaxy? Sort of. This is Los Angeles. Los Angeles? This is a test, isn't it? You are the Dark Lord's envoy. We're not at the old farm. When I pass the test, the true reality will be revealed, won't it? I'm afraid not. I don't know what kind of shit you took, but you only fell asleep. And in your case, on the verge of death. It didn't work? Damn it! Well, we'll try again. Who are you? My name is Alan Goldberg. Would you like to join Sigma Omicron, Alan Goldberg? No, thank you. I would like to stay alive. What are you doing here, then? Hold on. Uh-oh. That's Chewie gonna throw up. What the hell is he doing? Chewie! What were you eating? Too much food. What is going on? Huh? You need to go. You're not chewing on that. Alright, sorry about that. I know when Chewie's throwing up because he makes that cry. That specific cry that he only breaks when he's gonna throw up. And he didn't eat any plastic, it was just food, but I think he gorged himself. And then he couldn't get it up. Now he's like, are you feeling better? Huh? Oh my god. It continued by itself? Oh. Oh shit. Why is it doing it by itself? Edward Keller. I hadn't heard that name in a long time. You knew him, didn't you? I didn't really get to know him very much. How much did I miss? A lot? Joseph and Brian brought him to the commune. He used to worship Satan. Well, more like the three of them. The rest of us were more into free love and getting high on drugs. We called ourselves the House of the Black Light. It was the 60s, you know. What happened to him? I'm trying to find Keller. I don't know, man. Like, I told you, I didn't know the guy very well. I didn't want to get too close to him either. During the short time he was here, some weird things happened. Kind of stuff. He was a strange guy, much more so than the rest of us. He only spoke to Joseph and Brian. And when he addressed others, he did so with contempt. He treated girls like shit. But that's not the worst part. Once he brought a book. That fucking book. Keller gathered us all together and began to read. To tell you the truth, I don't know exactly what happened. At that time, my head was not working well. As if it's working well now. I was high all day long, and even more so that night. The thing is, as he was reading, people started to get nervous. Paul had a heart attack. Mike and Sandra shouted that they were somewhere else. Poor Mia. Fuck. She just tried to rip her eyes out. All because of a book? It was no ordinary book. After that, everyone left the house of the black light. Keller left, and Joseph and Brian set up that business. What business? Fuck, man, the Church of Mother Earth. Wait a minute, Joseph and Brian? You mean Joseph DeSimone and Brian Kinnaman? Who else? The Founding Fathers. What a pair of scammers. They used to talk about setting up something similar when they were here. If anyone can tell you about Keller, it's them. They were always together. Ooh. I think I'll pay them a visit. I highly doubt you will be able to talk to them. They are unreachable, and not just anyone can go in there. I'll think of something. I'm leaving. Do these kids a favor and wake them up. And be careful. If I were them, I'd punch you as soon as I opened my eyes. Wake up, slackers. We've got a trip to make. These people are fucking crazy. Los Angeles is a city full of freaks, for sure. But the ones in there are not just eccentric, they're also dangerous. You decide to do something about it. I'm gonna do something about it? To the headquarters of the Church of Mother Earth, please. But first, take me to the nearest police station. They need to see what happened here. Ooh. Alright, let's see. Where are we? Oh. Not very much further. Sorry. You know what? I'm gonna get myself a Dr. Pepper. Chewie, where are you? Oh, he's sitting on the bed. Why do you get me so worried when you throw up, Boo-Boo? I do. I don't like it when my baby throws up. I didn't read any more cheats. I just up to where I'm at. But if I get super stuck, I'm reading. I need to finish this game in the next week or two. Because we've got some other games I want to get to. Alright. Is there anything you require, sir? Yes, I would like to talk to Joseph DeSimone and Brian Kinnaman. I'm afraid that's not possible, sir. Why isn't it possible? To begin with, you are not a member of the church. And in order to talk to them, there is a hierarchy you need to follow. You should talk to a lower-ranking member, for starters. I gotta go talk to that dude back at the office. May I speak to a lower-ranking member? Sorry, sir. You must be a member of the church for that. What are the requisites to become a member of the church? I don't know, sir. I only take care of the front gate. Alright. Good evening. Good evening, sir. I have no idea. I've never been in a cult. I wouldn't know. Alright. Church of Mother Earth. No! Wait, damn it, I can't go back. Come on. Alright. We need to go back to Ruskin Productions. I don't really want to talk to this guy, but it looks like I have to. Alan! Oh, that's right. It's Hayden. I'm just gonna start calling this guy Hayden. My favorite screenwriter. How can I help? Alright, hold on a second. There must be like autoplay going on with the text. I would like to talk with the founders of your church. With Joseph and Brian? Alan, that's impossible. There's a pretty strict protocol for that. Do you have any contact with them? Of course, I'm level 9. Is there any way I can get an interview with DeSimone and Kinnaman? For starters, you should belong to the church. Done. What? Are you serious? Totally. About time, Alan! The church needs people like you. I can't believe what I'm hearing. First, I would like to have an interview with them. I have already told you, it's impossible, only level 9. I thought you had enough influence in the church to arrange a meeting with them. You know what? It's done. I only have to make a phone call. Hey, Pam. Can I make a Can I make a call? You're not going to call that cult from the company phone. What cult? I'll call from the car. I have a phone in there. You want one, Alan? A car? What? No, a phone in your car. I don't have a car. You will. I have to stop somewhere else first. I'll call him away. See you in front of the headquarters in, how about half an hour? Sounds good to me. Alan, you've just made the best decision of your life. Did you hit your head or something? What? Are you really going to join that pack of morons? Me? Not in a million years. I just want to... Never mind. But don't worry, I'm not joining the Church of Mother Earth. Hey, do whatever you want. It's none of my business. But I appreciate you getting rid of that bore. Herb. Okay. He is. But he's just trying to get down to business. Alright. Alan! I thought you were going to ditch me, but here you are. Well, shall we go in? Of course. Hey, Gabby! Long time. Not everyone has the privilege of meeting Joseph and Brian in person. Consider yourself lucky. Come on. Good afternoon, Chris. How's the family? Very good, Mr. Crosby. Thank you for your interest. Meet my friend Alan Goldberg, soon-to-be church member. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Goldberg. We have an appointment with the Founding Fathers, if you'll allow us. By all means, go ahead. James, nice to see you again. Belinda. I went to the movies yesterday to see your latest film. Yes? Did you like it? Outstanding! A great performance. Well, thank you. This must be Alan Goldberg, right? Oh, yes. Alan, this is Belinda Morgan, our public relations officer. My pleasure. That's one of our founding fathers, whatever. Brian Kinnaman. Pleased to meet you. I am honored that you would want to join this great family, Alan. And finally, our dear guide, Joseph DeSimone. James! Our most international ambassador! Oh, I wouldn't go that far. You know what, Alan? Your promotional tours do more for the church than 100 PR people. No offense, Belinda. You always say that. It's the truth! Okay, dear James, let me get to know our future member better. Of course. Come closer, son. What do you know about our church? Well, I'm not gonna... I need information. I better not call him a fraud. Not much. Not much. Don't worry. I admit that we can seem a bit hermetic to the outside world. The church is nothing but a conduit for our dear mother's wishes. She has remained silent throughout all human history until 25 years ago, when she decided she had had enough. We try as humbly as possible to follow her teachings, and in the process, to progress as a species in order to be more respectful of her. The only purpose of our life is to relieve her cries of pain. According to James, you were skeptical of our doctrine. Tell me, son, what made you change your mind? Well, I need... shit. What do I go with? I need some information. No, I can't screw this up. I'm sick of the life I lead. Most of us thought that way before we came in contact with Mother. Do you want to talk about your future in the church? Or like your past? What? I need information about Edward Keller. I don't know that name. Is he a member of our church? Not this one. He belonged to the House of the Black Light. Who is this man, James? Are you a fucking journalist? Edward Keller. You met him in the late 60s in a satanic cult in... Blasphemy! Everyone knows where Joseph was in the late 1960s. He was working in his Iowa farm when he received the first revelation from Mother Earth. Yes, he was in a farm, but not in Iowa. It was in Simi Valley. I can't screw this up. No, I said I don't want to screw this up. But I haven't looked at the guide, so don't worry. How dare you imply that Joseph was a Satanist? All right. Let's all calm down. Let's not get nervous. I just want to know where I can find Edward Keller. And I'll leave, and you can keep talking to the Earth or any other planet you want. James! Get this man out of here! Get him away from my sight! I never in my life want to see him again. Alan! You have to go. Help me calm things down a bit here, James. I don't know what the hell I said to make this man freak out like that. Let's get out of here. Do I need to call security? Let's go. I'm sorry, Joseph. I had no idea about this. Demote James to level 6. That way he will think twice before bringing this sort of blasphemy into this holy church again. Oh, shit. What the hell is wrong with you? What were you thinking of? What did I say? What? You accused Joseph of being a Satanist. Joseph! Kindness personified. It's the truth, damn it. You are lying. I might not be able to convince you that the Earth does not speak to that Bible thumper, but believe me when I tell you that this guy is lying even about his background. I don't want to hear any more. Do you know what they're going to do with me now, Alan? I'm going to be disciplined. Oh my God, what are you, 2 years old? I'll be demoted! Do you know what that means? Look, James, you're a good guy who's been taken for a ride with all these Mother Earth fantasies. Do yourself a favor and get out of this damn cult. You don't need them. You're rich and have an established career. Career? After this? Go fuck yourself, Alan. Calm down, would you? Go fuck yourself! Oh, shit. Okay, thank you. Mr. Goldberg? Yeah? I have a message for you. Inside the luxury theater in half an hour. Who's the message from? I don't know, Mr. Goldberg. It's coming from there. I can't say no more. Well, thanks, I guess. Well, I think the other guy is who we might be meeting with right now. Yeah, it is. Alright, Alright, let's go over there. Alright, luxury theater. Loving Harry. 5:30 p.m. 1 week in Greece, 7:30. Let's look at the marquee. The arrival of VHS dealt a devastating blow to the X-rated theaters, to the dismay of exhibitors and the delight of all who were now able to give in to their basest passions in the comfort of their own homes. There are very few left in LA today. The luxury is one of them. Yes! The luxury has a double feature today, Loving Harry and 1 week in Greece. 1 week in... Oh, I get it. Very lewd. For a moment you thought the luxury was exhibiting melodies from heaven. The distributor of Ebony Fire has used the original movie's poster of the film you wrote and had a muscular stud painted on top of Catherine Ryan. What? There was a time when the original poster was plastered all over LA. Good times, huh? Alright, in the half light of the ticket booth, you see a bored clerk struggling not to fall asleep. Hello? Are the movies worth it? Are the movies worth it? Oh, yes, both were nominated for the Golden Globes last year. They're just porn movies, dude. If they get you horny, they've done their job. Oh my god. I'm Alan Goldberg. Has anyone asked for me? The clerk gives you a condescending look. Alright, fine. 1 ticket, please. $2.50. Here you go. Alright, let's go in. Thank you. Ooh, that was an achievement. Oh god. Good, you are now inside the luxury. But there are a lot of people here. I could have summoned you. Willis Jones is not interested in porn in the slightest. He lives with 5 roommates in a small apartment and is not in any rush to get home. He just wants to enjoy the air conditioning, drink a beer, and maybe take a nap. How do I know any of this stuff? Frank Ramos is obsessed with Randy Sands, the star of Loving Harry, to the point of wearing the same look as him. A couple of days ago, he found out that the luxury's days are numbered, and he wanted to see his idol on the big screen before this type of theater becomes an anachronism. I guess we know. How do we know these things, or is this just the narrator? Parker Dixon was unsure of his sexuality before entering the luxury this afternoon. Not anymore. God. I bet there's an achievement for checking out all these people. Mike is in charge of keeping order in the room. Today, everything seems quiet. Alright, maybe it's this guy. I think it's this guy. Brian Kinnaman, one of the founding fathers of the Church of the Mother Earth. He is definitely the person who asked you to come here. Goldberg. I'm glad you came. Nice place to meet up. After what happened at the church, I don't want to risk anyone seeing me with you. You know what the church thinks about homosexuality, right? So, what better place than this to be able to talk at ease? No one would believe that one of the founders of the church has been seen in a gay porn theater. And, what the hell? I wanted to watch something interesting while I waited for you. Oh, man. What the hell happened in the church? Please excuse Joseph. He has been taking this persona of his quite seriously for years. He actually believes he grew up on a farm until the late 1960s, when Mother Earth spoke to him. He has forgotten everything that happened in the House of the Black Light. Or so he would have people believe. He went ballistic. He has worked too hard on his messiah complex for a stranger to come along and take his story apart. Forget about him. You knew Keller, didn't you? Of course. Keller, the House of the Black Light. We were there. How did you find out? Well, perhaps it is true that I am a seeker. Uh-oh. So, Edward Keller. What is your interest in him, Goldberg? I'm looking for his lost film. I can tell you about it. Edward, Joseph and I met in the mid-60s. We bonded over our fascination with demonology and Satanism. At the time, Los Angeles was a counterculture hive. Anything that departed from the norm was welcome. And Satanism fascinated all of us young people in the counterculture. We heard of the existence of a 14th century book written by a European aristocrat who had an interest in alchemy. I'm guessing that was probably Crowley. I don't know if he saw me. I don't think he did. Maybe he did. The treatise on primordial fear was one of his best-known works. Well, what's the book about? No one knows, but it's rumored that it was written in human blood, and that it could have an influence on whoever read it. For power-hungry men like Joseph and Edward, that was a godsend. Since we didn't even have a place to drop dead, we founded the House of the Black Light with the intention of having a place to live in, and from where we could conduct our search for the book. But it got out of hand. As more new members arrived, we abandoned our research and turned to drugs and free sex. Those were good times, I must admit. Or they would have been if it wasn't for Edward. What happened with Edward? He was a psychopath. He enjoyed using fear to control people. His own wife and daughter feared him. He reveled in it. He began to impose punishments on members who didn't follow certain rules. I objected to it, but Joseph seemed delighted with the idea. What kind of punishments? Branding people with a hot iron, pulling out their fingernails, leaving them locked up for 3 days in the water tank. Barbaric shit, Goldberg. I still feel guilty that I didn't put an end to it. People accepted it without complaint. Joseph took good care of brainwashing them. Once I asked Edward why he was doing all those things. I could read between the lines that he had had a horrific childhood. He knew what it was like to live in constant fear, and he wanted everyone to experience the same thing. It didn't make sense to me, but as I said, Edward was a psychopath. Anyway, we had already forgotten the purpose of the House of the Black Light. Edward had some success with his movie Bloody Mind Games. Joseph enjoyed being the leader, and I just hung around. Edward got us all together one night. I don't know how, but he had managed to get that damn book. We sat in a circle, and he began to read some passages. The words were jumbled, and the whole text was gibberish. As he read on, we felt fear. No, way more than that. Have you ever had a bad LSD trip, Goldberg? No. Multiply that by 10. We felt like we were someplace else and that we were all going to die. It's hard to explain. But we were taken to... I don't know. It looked like hell in there. People began to cry out in despair while Edward kept reciting the texts, as if in a trance. I had to put an end to it, so I snatched the book out of his hands. Everything vanished at once, and what I saw took my breath away. Paul died of a heart attack. His hair had turned white. Mia Washington had been abused as a child by her father. She had ripped her eyes out as she screamed that her father had appeared there with the intention of abusing her again. It was real, Goldberg. It's hard to believe. I'm not asking you to, but why did we all see the same thing? Collective hysteria? Far too easy. That's what you say when you can't explain a shared phenomenon. What happened next? After that, we decided to put an end to the House of the Black Light. We would have done it anyway. Some days earlier, the Manson thing had happened, so the days of Satanism were numbered. We had been thinking about founding something like the Church of Mother Earth for some time, so Joseph and I decided to go ahead with the idea. Edward told us that he knew how to replicate the treatise on primordial fear. He had found a way to do it. He found the key in the memoirs of a cursed painter who had tried to emulate the effects of the book using a picture painted with blood. He asked us to work with him in a small town in Sacramento. What was it called? It was in Sacramento. I think it was called Serena? Yes, that's it, Serena. But we didn't want to know anything about it and cut ties with him. So, Serena, is that where Keller might be? I don't know if he's still there. Hell, I don't even know if the bastard is still alive. That's the last location I can place him in. By the way, the last thing he said before he left was that the world would experience the greatest fear ever conceived. I think that book completely changed him. I think I have no choice but to visit that town. Will you update me on your findings when you return? I have never believed in the supernatural, and for many years I've been peddling a lie with the Church of Mother Earth. I know that what I saw that night was real. I need to know if that son of a bitch managed to create something like a treatise on primordial fear. Oh, I just want to find that movie. I'm not interested in tales of black magic. Be careful, Goldberg. Maybe your visit to Serena will make you rethink some things. I doubt that. I have to go, Kinnaman. Thanks for the information. A word of advice, Goldberg. Watch out for Keller if he is still alive. Okay. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Enjoy the seventh art, Mr. Wait, enjoying the seventh art? What? Enjoying the seventh art, Mr. Goldberg. You again? This time I came with my boss. He did not take your refusal very well. It breaks my heart. Get in the car, please. My boss is waiting inside for you. Look, pal, I don't want anything to do with you or your boss. I think I have made it clear. You just have to listen to what he has to tell you. I promise you won't regret wasting a mere 10 minutes of your time. I insist. And then I'll get rid of you? Probably. It's a tempting offer I can't refuse. Would you like me to open the door for you? It's not necessary. Can't miss it. Oh boy. Who is the boss? Who's the boss, right? That was the name of a show. Oh god. Here comes the cough. In the 80s. I have no idea who this guy is. Oh shit. Mr. Goldberg, it's a pleasure to meet you. Tom? Let's go for a ride with Mr. Goldberg. Do you know who I am, Mr. Goldberg? David Ross. You usually make it to the top of the Forbes list every year. I'd rather be on People magazine's hottest list, but I don't think they cover my age range. First of all, forgive me for jumping to you like this. I am not used to someone turning down a business proposal. But I don't blame you. Tom may not have explained himself too well. What do you want? You've probably worn clothes I've manufactured, eaten food that comes out of my factories, or stayed in a hotel I own. They're very lucrative, yet boring businesses. What I really live for is my love of cinema, specifically horror films. And there is no greater pleasure than to hold in your hands a lost film that no one has seen. My biggest problem is that, unlike Helen, I have no luck with my seekers. I have to admit that she has a better eye for that. What have you found out about Edward Keller's lost film? How did you know? News travels fast among collectors. How about $1 million for sharing your information? 2, if I consider it excellent. 2? $2 million? Sure, yes. Right here, right now, I can write you a check. I don't know what Helen has promised you, but keep in mind that she won't give it to you if you don't get the film. I, on the other hand, offer you a considerable sum for what you know so far. Tell me, what do you think of my offer? That sounds tempting. But Helen Westmore has offered me so much more. Forget about Helen. That film has been missing for more than 2 decades. Do you think you're going to find it on your own? Put yourself in my shoes. I have to give it a try. What the hell is wrong with you? Does Ruskin pay that well? When you realize you've hit a dead end looking for Keller's film, you'll come back to me begging for my money. And I may have the same information as you do by then. Miserable bastard. Look, Mr. Ross, I didn't get up this morning to be insulted by someone like you. Can I get out of the car? Tom, take Mr. Goldberg home. How do you know where I live? Right away, sir. I know everything. Well, shit. 2 million. You keep going over Ross's words in your head. Could he be right? Is Serena just a dead end? $2 million. It's not just money you want, though, is it? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Alright, hold on a second. Let's see. Language, taxi drive window mode. I guess it just automatically starts going once you're into well, I should just save this. Oh man, I got a headache. Oh, okay. Alright, so now what do? Do I even have... I need to go to Serena. Do I even know where that is? After dropping off all the items you no longer need, you walk through the door, hoping to find Edward Keller's film in Serena. As a fellow traveler, you get the giddy feeling of coming back empty-handed after turning down $2 million. It is. I don't know. Hey, you! The one in the back. Wake up! Me? Who else? There is no one else left on the bus. Get out, end of the line. In the middle of nowhere? I already warned you that I was not going to enter Serena. This is as close as I can get. At the bus station, they told me that. The bus station keeps ignoring our complaints. We are sick and tired of telling them to stop selling tickets to Serena. What the hell? They should get rid of the stop. No one travels to Serena. Except for you. I don't know what business you have there. But if you want to come back with me to Sacramento, now's the time. No, that's not possible. In that case, your stop, sir. But, your stop, sir. You're going to leave me in the middle of nowhere? During a storm? Serena is half a mile down from here. What's your problem with Serena? Why don't you want to go there? Things happen there. Kind of stuff. The driver goes silent, and you can tell by the look on his face he is not going to say anything else. Shit. The driver blocks the door to prevent you from getting back on the bus and making a scene. I already asked this, but what's in Serena that makes you so reluctant to drive there? The driver does not answer your question. Can I wait inside for the storm to pass? I have to go back to the station. I don't want to spend another minute here. Well, weren't you leaving? Why are you standing there? Go to Serena or come back with me to Sacramento. Choose. Well, there's no other way. Be careful there. Shit. Oh. After a long struggle against the elements, you arrive at Serena, soaking wet and shivering. The plan is to find a hostel to shelter you from the rain. But the whole town seems to be abandoned. Oh. Freeze! What? Not a single step further or I'll blow your brains out. And here's where I can see them. Oh, shit. Damn it! The fuzz got me. Neither the constant sound of rain on the roof nor the annoying musty smell have prevented you from sleeping relatively well. Although nothing made you think the day before that you would end up in the cell of a police station in a godforsaken town. Can't be used. The faucet has been ripped off. Damn it! I can't even use the faucet in a point-and-click game! Ah. Oh. Oh shit, I'm still on this page. Alright. Spending your days cooped up struggling with the script for Lunatic 2, wandering from one end of Hollywood to the other, and the rough night you've been through are starting to take its toll on you. Astounding FX would be happy to use you as a model for one of their creatures. All that remains of the mirror is a couple of shards of glass. Some prisoner probably broke it with the intention of using it as a weapon against the chief or himself. Inside the sink is a mixture of mold, rust, and other unknown forms of lichen. Ew. Oh, shit, it's not even locked. What? The door was open. Without hesitation, you decide to leave the cell. You slam the cell door with the intention of never setting foot in one ever again. You've been accompanied all night by the sound of a drop falling on the metal stove, as if it were the second hand of a wind-up clock. A layer of rust coats the metal stove, and the little door probably won't budge because of it. In any case, you don't need to open it. Damn, the washing machine's just over here? Seriously? Everything on the shelves has been ruined by moisture or rust. It's all useless. You don't need anything from there. Dozens of pieces of clothing are piled up in the basket, absorbing moisture and mildew. Clothes in the basket are floating in a mixture of mold and water. You don't want to stick your hand in there. Why not? It could be fun. An old washing machine covered in rust and mold that has seen better days rests in that corner. The washing machine door won't open. It doesn't matter much anyway, since the washer stopped working in '79. Alright, let's get out of here. Goldberg! Cell door was unlocked, and I unlocked it. I called at the places you told me. Ruskin Productions, Joe's Diner, Astounding FX. Your alibi is pretty solid. As far as I am concerned, you weren't in Serena during the last few days. I already said so in my statement. Never been here before. Yes, of course. I have no doubts about that now. As far as the law is concerned, you were a free man. I am sorry for giving you a hard time. What's done is done. Oh, and by the way, I've been speaking with Eliza. Wait till the folks at Wade Creek hear about this. Oh, God. Great gal, isn't she? Very nice. By the way, I'm Police Chief Bowman, but you can call me Rick. Can I drop the formalities and call you Alan? Yeah, sure. Okay, Alan, how can I help you? Do you have any coffee? I need some. Of course! It's right next to the door. Help yourself. It's from yesterday, but I warmed it up in the radiator. Works for me. There's not a lot of luxuries in this police station. I try to spruce it up a little bit every time I come here. As I was saying, sorry for the misunderstanding last night. I'm trying to get it in between talking. But you gotta understand, 3 days ago, a little girl went missing. Sarah Jordan, 14 years old. Doesn't seem likely that she ran away. The girl is a little slow. She has special needs, if you know what I mean. We swept the town and the surrounding area. The fact that you, a complete stranger, showed up in town in the middle of the night made you a suspect. Makes sense. No hard feelings. You were doing your job. I'm trying to stop dying. I'm glad you feel that way. So, Alan, you mentioned a guy named, Keller? That is what brought you to this town. Well. I have a second. Am I to cut off anymore? No. Cells are a mess. I had to say it. Holy cells? The whole police station. What the hell? The whole town! Serena lost its municipality status in 1980. Now everything is managed from Wade Creek. I'm the chief of police there. I come here once a month to check that everything is okay. Except in the case of an emergency, of course. Like, what happened to poor Sarah Jordan? When I have a day off, I sometimes drive by to clean up a bit. The guy who brought me didn't want to come into Serena. Serena does not have much of a reputation around these parts. It's not like its people are very welcoming either. It's not that. He looks scared. Yeah, well, nothing but misfortune has happened here since the town was founded. One of the worst tragedies to ever strike the town was the fire at the Clark Morgan High School. All the students perished in it. Oh, that's horrible. On top of that, the locals believe they see things. Although I'm not sure that after all these folks have been through, they're a bit, off their rocker. I think it's all because of the water. The river has been polluted for decades. They don't seem to care. What kind of things do the people in Serena think they see? I don't know, visions or something like that. It's like they're on a permanent bad trip, you know? If you talk to them, they will try to convince you that they see ghosts. Don't play along. Where can I find the former chief of police? I might know something about Keller. Marvin Floyd died 4 years ago. He left his position in the mid-70s. Poor Floyd spent his last years in a wheelchair. Last year, the Wade Creek City Council realized that Serena hadn't had a police chief for over a decade. Hold on. There we go. Whew. Okay, there we go. Thank you. That was a good one. Yeah, well, here I am. That's not the vodka allergy. God, please don't let me be allergic to vodka. Do you know Edward Keller? No. Last night was the first time I heard of him. You mentioned that he probably ended up in Serena. That's right. A reporter interviewed him in the early 1970s. That was a long time ago. He could be somewhere else. Probably. Just the only lead I have on him. I can ask some questions around town about Keller or about that reporter. Someone should remember. It would be nice of you. Especially after I made you sleep in that dump back there. Are you done with that coffee? Yes. Come closer. I need to ask you a favor. I don't know if I want to come closer to this guy. Chewie, why you jump on me? Alright, come on. Sit down right. Come on. Oh, man. He's right on my chest. The search for Sarah Jordan concluded yesterday. There is no trace of her. I managed to convince 2 guys from the town, Mike Reeves and Fred Munson, to do a new sweep. I don't want poor Sarah to meet the same fate as Mary Elizabeth Hellman, a girl who disappeared 10 years ago. Well, to the point. Half an hour ago, Gordon Daggett, a guy who lives on the outskirts of town, called and said his dog had been killed. I have to take care of that, but Sarah Jordan is my priority. Did you go over to Daggett's house and see what that's all about? I'm not a cop. I can make you deputy. What do you say? You just have to go there, listen to what he has to say, and take note of everything. Oh. And take a look at the corpse, too. That's all. Simple, huh? When the sweep is over, I'll talk to some of the locals and see if they know anything about Keller. Alright, I'll do it. Great. By the power vested in me by the law? Just kidding. There's a map in the info panel. I've marked Gordon Daggett's house for you. Well, I gotta go. The boys are waiting for me. By the way, grab that jacket there on the hanger. It was Chief Floyd's. It will come in handy. The weather's nasty out there. Damn rain. Boy. Chewie. Why do you want to be on top of me? Alright. I know, you missed me. I wasn't here yesterday. Alright. Take Chief Floyd's jacket as recommended by Rick Bowman. There's a double lining and is made of leather, which will keep out the rain. Yeah, he does. Man, I'm a right mess today, I swear. Sneezing, coughing, headaches. Oh, man. Okay. Filing cabinet holds 2 decades of police reports. We set out to search the drawers one by one in case there's any reference to Keller's name among the reports. This'll take a while. Nothing. I wasted my time. Most wanted posters, emergency phone numbers, and the occasional memo, all dating back to the last decade. Those folks are probably behind bars and the phones are no longer operational. See a map of the Serena area. Oh, come on. We have a map of Serena and the surrounding area. Anything else around here? Marvin Floyd, Serena's former police chief, spent the last years of his life trying to solve the disappearance of Mary Elizabeth Hellman. Wait, so... But wasn't Keller's daughter the chick who's like the Elvira chick? I don't know. He did not succeed. Nowadays, everyone believes her to be dead. This is Margaret speaking to you from Serena. Who would you like to talk to, Chief? I'm not the chief. You were speaking from the chief's office. Yeah, but I'm not the chief. All right. Who would you like to talk to? Oh, boy. I guess I'm just going to start calling people. Ruskin Productions, Hollywood. Chief Bowman called this morning. I think I have the number here. Yes, here it is. Just a moment, please. Ruskin Productions, Pam speaking. Hi, Pam. Ellen! Christopher has been trying to contact you, but he couldn't reach you. I wanted to suggest a scene for the second act. I'm not in LA right now. Where? Serena, near Sacramento. In search of inspiration? More like looking to change my luck. When are you coming back? Soon, I hope. That's fine by me, Alan. Use the time to clear your mind, okay? I'll certainly try. Do you need anything? No, I'm fine. And I'll let you go for now. I've got a call on the other line. Take care. Okay, I don't know why I'm making these calls, but let's call Joe's Diner. Joe's Diner, Hollywood. Yes, I got the number here. The chief has been talking to them tonight. Just a moment, please. Joe's Diner. Best burgers in all of Hollywood. I'm Karen. How can I help you? Do I always have to say that, Joe? Karen. It's Alan. Vicky isn't here, Alan. You want to talk to her, didn't you? Yes, actually. You miss her, huh? You two should fix things up. Anyway, she dropped by this morning to see if you were around. She is very happy with the shoot and wanted to thank you. Who is it? Alan. Give me the phone. Hey, you! Wasn't it enough to leaving me without a waitress, and now you have to distract the only one I have left? Aren't you happy that Vicky has achieved her dream? In a movie where she has to show her boobs? Well, yes, I'm happy for her. But we're up to our ears in work. So don't sidetrack the staff. Okay? I just wanted to... Alright. Alright, so is there anything else for me to look at? Water cooler. You don't mean to drink that, do you? A green, slimy liquid floats inside the drum. Ew. Pictures show the police station's exterior in 3 different periods, 1890, 1925, and 1968. Alright. No, 1 cup was enough. It's the worst coffee you've ever had in your life, but you needed your daily dose of caffeine after waking up. Alright, let's get out of here. Hold on, did I get everything I needed from there? Alright, yeah, that's what I did. Alright. So I got everything in there. Alright, so now I gotta go somewhere. An old Mary Elizabeth Hellman search poster has weathered the elements since the 1970s. Guess I exit. Now where do I go? Oh, I could just walk. Alright, so this is Gordon Daggett. I gotta go to Gordon Daggett. Milo's diet consisted of chunks of stale bread and the occasional bone from the animals Gordon Daggett butchered. Ooh, I got a piece of bread. People tend to think that California has an arid climate, but there are some areas where the winter is very harsh. Serena also has a special microclimate. As long as his woodshed is not empty, the cold is no problem for Gordon Daggett. Gordon Daggett struggles with back pain and has difficulty wielding an axe to cut firewood, although he would certainly have no problem using it to threaten anyone who dared to snoop in his woodshed. Alright, how do we know so much about this Gordon Daggett? The carcass of a poor fawn hangs on the wall while the flies hover over it. Ew. The corpse radiates a terrible smell. You don't know how long it has been there, but probably too long in any case. Several pelts hang from the porch. You find it difficult to identify which animals they belong to. The fate of these animals upsets you so much that you would not wear even one under the threat of severe hypothermia. Well, if it came to that, yes, maybe you would. Alright, we better talk to this guy. Oh wait, there's a hatchet here I didn't get. You hear a gun being cocked on the other side of the door. Shit. Take that, you motherfucking witch! What the fuck are you doing? You don't sound like a witch. That's because I'm not a witch. Who are you? I'm Alan Goldberg. I'm Bowman's deputy. Bowman has no deputy. He does now, goddammit. Alright. Get off the porch and stand in front of the house. I'm coming out. This is a trick. I'll blow your head off, you goddamn witch. Yeah, that's going really well. You look like a man in a dress like a deputy. Wait, you look like a man and dressed like the deputy chief of police. Prove to me that you're not fucking with me, you witch. You know what? I only came here to help, and I will not tolerate having a shotgun pointed at my face. I'm leaving. Wait! Did Chief Bowman really send you? Yes, damn it. Put that damn gun down. Okay, it's nothing personal. I just had to be sure. Let's get this over with. Bowman told me that. Bowman, huh? Why isn't he coming here in person? Can't tell me he's not one of us. Or you can tell me. He's looking for that girl, Sarah. Sarah Jordan. Last remaining young person in Serena. God sure knows how to punish us. The chief should stop looking for her. She'll never show up. Like Mary Elizabeth Hellman. Anyway, come with me. Good God, what's that smell? The river. You get used to it. All the Wade Creek factories used to dump their waste here years ago. They use Serena as a sewer. Do the townsfolk drink the water? Do we have a choice? Focus on what you came here for. There's Milo. She came out of those bushes on the other side and made her way through the rocks. Then she attacked Milo and began to eat him. Who? The witch, damn it! She was crawling on her belly like she was a snake. She only used her arms to move. Maybe your imagination was playing tricks on you. Maybe what you saw was... It was a witch! I saw her, just like I'm seeing you! Alright, calm down. I'll take a look at your dog's corpse and report back to Chief Bowman. Do what you have to do. I'm leaving. I don't want to be here in case that witch shows up again. Before you go, may I ask you something? Spit it out. Does the name Edward Keller sound familiar? Hollywood guy? Yes, exactly. What about him? Is he still in town? I don't think so. He hasn't been seen for years. Did you get to know him? No, he didn't talk to anyone. Except that journalist who lived here at the time. I don't remember his name. Maybe Robert Saxon remembers? Ask him. He used to be friends with that guy. Where can I find him? Now? At the bridge. He's usually over there at this time. His wife hanged herself. So he goes there every day. When you're done, let me know. I'll take Milo out of here and bury him. Tell Bowman to arm all the men in town. We must hunt down that infernal creature. Oh boy. Milo, Gordon Daggett's dog, lies on the ground, victim of a horrific attack. Ew. The dog's belly has been cut open. You don't know much about canine anatomy, but you swear some organs are missing. The dog's belly has been cut open. You don't know much about yeah. Alright, fine. What strikes you the most about the whole scene is the stone. It appears to have been used to violently bash his skull in. Okay, well... Nails. There is blood on his nails, which indicates that Milo tried to get away from his attacker. Muzzle is completely dislocated, as if the upper and lower jaw had been forced violently in opposite directions. I know, it's a poor doggo. He didn't deserve none of this. Alright, I think that's everything I can look at. You have finished examining the scene. Let Gordon Daggett know that he can now remove the dog from here. Before the state's water quality law was passed, Wade Creek dumped tons of chemical waste into the river, giving it the stench it has even to this day. This river should be declared a disaster zone. Wade Creek has 2 railroads. This one that you see is used primarily to supply material to its factories. Lots of freight trains pass through here every day. If you wait, you may see one go by. Alright. That's probably an achievement, but I'm not going to wait around for it. There we go. Gordon Daggett is stronger than he looks. Gordon Daggett would not be pleased if you took his axe. Dang it! I want a weapon. I need to protect myself. I finished examining Milo. Oh, thank you. I will prepare the stuff to bury him. Alright, fine. I didn't even have to come back, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so we're going up to the bridge. You seem to have lost your way trying to find a shortcut to the bridge. Oh no, we're lost. Good Lord. Scorched body is missing its lower limbs. Perhaps they are among the smoking pieces that are scattered around. Going by their size and build, you deduce that the remains belong to a teenager. Maybe they belong to the missing girl that Bowman is looking for. What do you mean, my default state? Man, I only got through one page today. One. Oh. Alright, well. Hey! Freeze! Oh my god. Who are you? Why are you wearing Chief Floyd's jacket? Take it easy, boys. He's with me. Are you sure? Yes, he's my new deputy. I need to talk to him. I know there has been no luck. Thank you very much for your help. We will keep in touch. What are you doing here? Are you lost? I think I found the girl. Her corpse. What? Where? Here, come. What? Where is it, Alan? It was here. That log? I swear. Never mind. I'm thinking the toxins in the river are making everybody hallucinate. You haven't even been here for 24 hours and you're already seeing visions like the locals. I don't know, Rick. I thought that... That doesn't matter. We could not find that girl. Either the earth has swallowed her up, or most likely someone has snatched her. I will issue a search warrant beyond Serena. I hope I'm wrong and she shows up somewhere, preferably alive. Have you talked to Daggett? Yes. So? He said a witch appeared in the river and ate his dog. A witch, huh? Fuck. Girl is missing and this idiot wants me to deal with a witch feasting at his pooch. Obviously the part about the witch is hogwash. There was a bloody stone next to the dog. I very much doubt that the dog hit his head on it and died. I think that someone used it to crush his skull. You know what I think? I think Daggett was the one who killed the mutt. Why would he kill his own dog? If I knew what happens inside these people's heads, I would become a shrink and make a fortune here. I don't know, Alan. Maybe the pooch was old and no longer useful to Daggett as a hunting dog. Maybe he was fed up with him, smashed his head in, and then felt remorse for what he did. To avoid admitting it, he makes up that witch story and comes busting my balls to get some extra attention. Case closed. Whatever you say, you're the expert. Let's move on to something more important. I've been talking to Mike and Fred about your stuff. Keller thing. I have no idea, but Fred said that Father Adamson has some relationship with him. You can go and ask him. He has a lot of free time. No one in town goes to church. Not even Jesus drops by. Get it? By the way, where are you headed? To the bridge. Careful in those woods. You wouldn't be the first one to get lost. We better get back to town. I'll show you a shorter way to the bridge. Alright. There's a small teddy bear trapped among the rocks. You can't reach a stuffed animal from the bridge. Every week, Robert Saxon religiously changes what used to be his wife's favorite flowers. Respect Saxon's grief, Alan. Alright. Robert's action? Yes. Gordon Daggett told me I would find you here. What do you need? Well, Daggett said you come here every day. Yes. My wife. She hanged herself from this bridge. I'm sorry. She couldn't bear the death of our daughter, Nancy. May I ask how your daughter died? Forget it. Pardon my impertinence. Don't worry. It's a pleasure to talk to someone from out of town. Even if it is about this. People around here are not very prone to conversation. They're quite special. You are not from here? No, San Francisco. We wanted a change of scenery and to live in a small town surrounded by nature. And we made the worst choice of our lives by moving to this damn town. My daughter Nancy died in the high school fire. I've heard about it. Serena's history is written in blood. There have always been misfortunes here. But what happened to the high school? I had a small basketball team. It wasn't even federated. But they brought in all the youth every Friday. When the fire started, most of the town was there. Parents, young people, children. Nancy. How did the fire happen? Were there any survivors? Yeah, I do. I want to get into the personal stuff before. A gas leak, they said. The fire dilated the door of the gym and no one was able to open it. 80 people burned to death. There were no survivors. Real tragedy. I'm so sorry about your daughter. Kate suffered from severe depression. I couldn't do anything for her, and the only way out she saw was to... It's all right, I understand. I come here every day to mourn her death. I have no tears left, but I have nothing else to do in this damned town. Okay, well that was depressing. Did you know the Variety reporter who was in Serena some years ago? Sure, Bill. Bill Eastman. He was a friend of mine. Not many people from Los Angeles used to come to Serena. You're from Los Angeles too, right? How did you know that I'm from L.A.? The way you talk, I guess. Did he ever mention Edward Keller's name to you? Yes, of course. That was the reason he ended up here. It had been a few months since Keller had moved into Serena when Bill arrived with the intention of interviewing him. Keller turned him down several times until he finally budged. Do you know where I can find him? He married Florence, a local girl, and they moved to Wade Creek. He didn't want to go back to Los Angeles, let alone stay in Serena, although they didn't intend to go too far away either. Whatever, stop it. Florence had a sister here. I haven't seen them since they left. They haven't shown up around town either, so I can't tell you exactly where he lives. By the way, what do you want with Bill? I'm looking for Keller. I think your friend might be able to give me some clue about where I can find him. Keller. A sinister fellow. He used to be seen walking around town, but we never knew where he lived. Do you think Bill might know? I hope so. Let's see. Bill used to write for the Serena Gazette, the closest thing to a newspaper we've ever had. I know that sometime later the publication was still receiving articles from him. His address might be in the Gazette's archives, if you can get to them. What do you mean? The Serena Gazette was edited in a basement below Stephen Talbot's repair shop. Many years ago, Fred Gunton, the tenant, got fed up with Talbot not paying the rent, so he threatened to kick him out. Talbot's answer was to take a bulldozer and tear down the repair shop. That's Serena for you. Sanity is a rare trait around these parts. The Gazette is still there, under the debris. If you can get to it, you might be able to find Bill's address. Joey, come on. Can you tell me something about Keller? What little I know is what Bill told me. Apparently he came here to shoot a movie, but we never saw any cameras or equipment. What happened to Keller? I have no idea. One day he was no longer here. He disappeared just as suddenly as he arrived. Alright. Well, I must go. Take care. Alright, Chewie, I can't see anything. No, get in your bed. In the bed. Yeah, right there. No, right there. Alright, now sit down. Well, maybe and maybe not. I suspect that, like, all of the pollution might have something to do with, these people going crazy, but I don't think he helped. I don't think he helped. Chewie, lay down. He helped matters, any. Alright, no. Alright, then get down. Oh my god, these cats. Alright, so we'll go to the church next. Among the service schedules and activities Father Adamson used to organize back in the day, you can see Mary Elizabeth Hellman's missing person poster. He deeply mourned the young woman's disappearance, and together with Chief Floyd, he was one of Serena's most committed participants in her search. For a small church lost in a town as remote as Serena, its beautiful stained glass windows could be the envy of the finest European cathedrals. The thick tinted glass prevents you from clearly seeing inside the church. The doors of the church always remain open, even when Father Adamson is absent. Chewy coloration. Welcome to the Temple of Jesus Christ. Chief Bowman's deputy, I see. Yes. And let me guess, you're not a believer either. Well, I only believe in Alfred Hitchcock and Martin Scorsese. You try to emphasize the joke with a smile, but stop yourself knowing that humor is not your strong suit, as Father Adamson is finding out. You've come to tell me that Sarah Jordan has turned up safe and sound, right? No, no such luck. God help us all. Chief Bowman moved heaven and earth to find that poor soul. Will you pray with me? We could use some extra help from up there to find Sarah. Maybe another time. Don't worry, I'm used to praying alone. With your permission, I will continue to do so. Good sample of generic religious art. Could be a visual representation of the passage, "Let the children come to me." Or not. You don't know much about the Bible. A Bible rests on one of the benches. You read a psalm from a random page. Without much to say, I said to the man, "Are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty." Okay. What else am I looking at? Oh, there's a toolbox. Due to the lack of parishioners, Father Adamson has a lot of time on his hands. Lately, he has been doing various maintenance jobs around the church. Like, for instance, pulling rusty nails from some of the floorboards. Inside the toolbox, there is only an assortment of screws mixed with the sawdust. There is also a pair of pliers that you borrow with the intention of returning them later to Father Adamson. We're not returning them, are we? I don't think we are. It's a portrayal of Jesus Christ with blue eyes and features as if he had been born in Iowa instead of Bethlehem. You can find the same illustration in a smaller size at any souvenir store for a couple of $. The phrase, "Jesus wants the best for you," is embroidered in gold lettering. The banner doesn't interest you enough to examine it further. Practically the entire population of Serena passed through the baptismal font shortly after birth. The last to do so was Mary Elizabeth Hellman, who is currently missing. It's probably the purest, clearest water you've seen since you're in Serena. The closer you get to the door, the more intense the smell of wax and dampness becomes, almost unbearable. I keep it locked. I keep valuables in there, and I want to keep them safe. Okay. Father. I am glad to see someone walk through these doors after so many years, although, unfortunately, not to pray. How may I help you? I've been told that you don't have many congregants. No, and it's been many years now. Aren't they religious in Serena? They were. Or they still are, I hope. They don't go to church anymore. Why is that? I think there was a misunderstanding. You're new around here, but have you heard about the Clark Morgan High School fire? Yes, horrible. The worst tragedy we've experienced in years. Serena has always been a very quiet town. Has never had any leisure activities except for basketball. People rooted for the high school team, and the Friday games were always a big event. That night, most of the town was there. Teenagers, grandparents, parents with small children. They all perished in the flames. I held a funeral for all those poor souls, and my words did not sit well with the relatives. In my lecture, I said that we are all mourn such a loss, and that we should be proud because God had a plan for them. God's ways are inscrutable, aren't they? God wanted them at his side. Forgive me, Father, but it is pretty insensitive to say those words to a parent who has lost their child. Perhaps pedagogy is not your forte. Bless your ignorance, Deputy. But that's how it happened. The people of Serena turned their backs on God. They refused to have anything to do with him, or me. Have you tried to bring them back? Yes, of course. But I've made it worse. I suppose you have noticed that the church lacks an altar. It's hard not to notice. My pleas for them to return to the church were answered with violence. They tried to burn down the church. Looks like they don't beat around the bush around here. A couple of times I have caught someone trying to burn or vandalize the altar. It's a piece of 17th century craftsmanship brought back from one of my trips to Europe. I can't risk losing it, that's why I keep it locked in the basement. It's not a good place for it, but there is no longer any use for it up here, unfortunately. I would like to talk about Edward Keller. Edward Keller. A peculiar guy, if I'm being honest. His time in Serena caused some commotion. Why? Someone from Hollywood arriving here with the intention of shooting a movie will always arouse passions in a town as quiet as this one. People went crazy. Everyone wanted to appear in the film or help in some way. But the shoot never took place. Unless he was shooting another kind of film, Keller was rarely seen without his little 16mm camera. I've been told that you had some kind of relationship with him. Not at first. I tried to convince him to come to Mass, but he wasn't a religious man, which I respect, and neither are you, but that doesn't stop us from having a nice chat. Keller was, so to speak, the complete opposite of you. From what I've heard, he didn't inspire much sympathy. A couple of months later, he came to see me. He was dying. He wanted to be buried in Serena, and for me to take care of it. Keller died here? In Serena? Yes, his remains lie in a crypt inside the mausoleum at the Serena Cemetery. What did Keller die of? Cancer. That damned scourge. We talked about his funeral for a week. The mausoleum has several empty crypts. He thought it was a perfect place for his body to rest eternally. He used to come see me daily with precise instructions, such as the orientation of the tomb, or to insist that no one should have a copy of the key to the crypt. Very strange and specific requirements. Do you have a key to the crypt? I only know that he had a copy of the key, but who knows where it is? What was the reason for all these instructions? He was a man of very few words and concise answers. One day I went to ask him why he wanted to be so meticulous about his eternal rest. I never knew. I found his body on the floor. Where did he live? He occupied the former home of the Marsh family. It had been abandoned for almost a century. There is a road on the left to the entrance to the village. If you follow it to the end, you will find the house. He was not a believer, but he had a funeral and a Christian burial. That didn't matter to him. He just wanted his remains to rest in this town. No one came to his funeral. I tried to contact his relatives, but I couldn't find any. Well, thank you for your help. If I may ask, what interest do you have in Keller? Few people remember him anymore. Police matters? Something like that. So, he didn't shoot a movie here? My guess is that if he always carried his camera with him, he must have shot something. But he didn't have a film crew with him. People, you know. The only thing I saw him do was film people with his little camera, and they were happy to oblige. Did they act? No, they simply stared at the camera in silence. I have no idea what he wanted that footage for. So he didn't shoot a movie here? Oh, we did this already. Okay. Well, thanks for your time. You're welcome, Deputy. As much as I enjoy talking to God, every once in a while it is good for me to talk to someone else. Okay. So, I suspect the burning in the burning of the, oh my god, of the high school might have been some type of ritual. And I think he was filming his film, but then he died and took it to the grave with him. I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully. But that's gonna have to be for next week. Oh shit, hold on. I'm gonna take you for a religious man, Mr. Goldberg. Fuck. Can't believe this. You follow me all the way here? I told you that Mr. Ross was not used to getting a no for an answer. Don't worry about me, I'm only here as an observer. Observer my ass. If I find Keller's film, you'll see to it that it doesn't make it to Helen's hands, won't you? Do not speculate. Mr. Ross only wants to look after his investment. Investment? Damn it, what investment? That film does not belong exclusively to you, Mr. Goldberg. I'm going to report you to the chief. I see you're dressed as a, chief of police. Nice strategy. Everyone will be willing to offer their assistance to a law enforcement officer. Anyway, what would you report? Why would you report me? For harassment, damn it! We haven't stopped doing it since Los Angeles. I am visiting this charming town. I don't believe I am committing any crime. What are you going to do when you get that film? Let me guess. You're going to take it from me. And you will do it at gunpoint, won't you? This is not one of your movies, Mr. Goldberg. Mr. Ross might triple his offer when the time comes. That will be all. Bullshit. Believe whatever you want, Mr. Goldberg. Don't get in my way. I can't help but notice a threatening tone in your words. You don't need to worry. I am here to help. You want to help, huh? Get out of my sight. Anyway, if you need help, I don't need any help, least of all from you. One never knows, Mr. Goldberg. One never knows. Damn it. Alright, well, things are getting interesting. Alright. Ah, shit. I can't save on the map. Alright, well, what is this place? Bridge. Marsh family house. Alright, we're just gonna save here.